that has impacted the work of the Arab League. So I believe that one of the top priorities in the years ahead will be how to handle this moment of change, how to put it into a larger context. And in order to do that, they have to work on amending the charter of the Arab League. And they should give more prominence to human rights, to democracy, to public liberties, the freedom of expression. These are the issues in today's world. So hopefully the Arab League will take up this philosophy of changing the way the Arab system deals with such very important issues in the years to come. And it depends, the success of the Arab League and the survival of the Arab League in the medium and long term, in my humble opinion, will depend to a large extent on the way it deals with these issues.
Right, Excellency Ambassador Husseiun Hariri, former Assistant Foreign Minister, thank you so much for talking to us and highlighting more the important headline of the choice of Egypt's former Foreign Minister Ahmed Abul Ghaid as the new Arab League Secretary General. Back to you, General Razek, and we were talking about the military exercises in Saudi Arabia where the President is participating. A very important venue that reflects more than one important message of unity, a message of preparedness, and also a message that we need more right now, a sense of cooperation and a sense of coordination among the Arab nations in that respect and in the military field, right?
Connecting this to the Arab League, I would say it is the country to make the Arab League succeed or not to be succeeded. So they have to understand that our safety is in our unity. And we have to strengthen our ties in different scales, and politically, diplomatically, economically, military, literature, and in all fields, we have to be cooperated. We have to be very close, and we have to strengthen our ties in different scales, because as I told you, we as Arab countries, we need to be more active, more active in dealing with our problems. Because of this discrimination, because of these differences among us, we are not making any good. But when we come together, when we unite our efforts and move as a one block, we can make success in many things, at least to maintain our safety and security against the terrorism, for example. And I would say one of the major problems that the Secretary General had to face or to deal with is terrorism. We should maintain our security and safety first. You cannot make any progress unless you are safe.
Right. No development without security.
And you are stable, So we have to give a lot of attention, to this area. But it is not a matter of priority. Let me say, you talk about how he will prioritize, his agenda. The Arab League, like any country, you have to move in different challenge, and all the challenge must move forward.
Right, you should be working parallel on all files.
But the top of the Arab League, should spot on specific areas, but the other areas are moving. But he has to spot on specific areas, and I think one of the major problems he has to deal with is terrorism.
Right. Terrorism definitely a core. We need
is a big threat,
and a big threat
to our future. To our future, and we have to deal with it strongly and firmly.
Right. The sense of firmness and decisiveness, yes, a very important message here, and a sense of unity in confronting and combating terrorism. Thunder of the North is the largest military exercise witnessed in the region so far. Let's watch this report highlighting more about those military exercises, and we'll be back for further discussion.
President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi attended on Thursday the final day of Ra'd al-Shamal or North Thunder military training exercise in Hafr al-Batin in northern military district of Saudi Arabia. The maneuvers included joint trainings on facing prospective threats in the context of regular and irregular warfare. Several Arab armies cooperated in these trainings to achieve their goals. A statement from the presidency said that Egypt was keen to participate in such maneuvers owing to its role in enforcing the security of the Arab region in the Gulf. Egypt and Saudi Arabia begins this joint military training last month under the coalition of Ra'd al-Shamal, aiming to increase military cooperation among Arab countries. According to the Armed Forces spokesman Mohammed Samir, military personnel from Egypt and forces from at least 20 Arab and Islamic countries participated in the exercise. Among these countries, Egypt is ranked second in terms of the size of its forces and specialties, following Saudi Arabia. Samir said that the joint training aims to support the capabilities of Egypt, Saudi Arabia, and the coalition countries to form a common Arab defense force and to unify their plans and combat current regional challenges. Over the past few days, further training sessions were conducted along with lectures as an introduction to the training exercises that would be executed during the maneuvers phase. Since the troops arrived, they have attended theoretical and practical lectures on topics and exercises that will be covered in Thunder of the North. In December 2015, Saudi Arabia announced the formation of a 34-state Islamic military coalition to combat terrorism, which raised questions over its motives and implications regarding the balance of power in the region. Saudi Defense Ministry and Deputy Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman said at a press conference in Riyadh that the coalition would confront not only Daesh terrorist group but any terrorist organization that appeared in front of them.
Well, sir, if we talk about the main objectives of such military exercises, what would you say?
Of course, a lot of objectives, you know. The first is to ensure the readiness, you know, of the troops.
Yeah.
And its skills, to maintain its skills in joint operation, in carrying out joint operation.
Yeah.
And also to exchange experiences, you know. And the most important thing is to work together according to operational concept.
Yeah.
You know, this is very important. And to know each other, to cooperate each other, to maintain a command and control system, you know, to control such big troops and such big operation. So a lot of lessons and a lot of objectives, you know, had to be achieved out of this exercise. And I think all the objectives had been successfully carried out. And it has been crowned by the attending of the President Sisi and the King of Saudi Arabia, King Salman bin Abdulaziz. And
also a very good chance for further discussions and exchanging of views between both leaders.
Yes, such occasion or such event is a big occasion to the president and the kings and the Arab leaders
present,
yes, to exchange their views about the current situation in the Arab area and to ease the tension among some Arab countries. That's very good.
That's very good. It's always a win-win situation.
Yes, and it also, at the President Fattah al-Sisi said, this exercise didn't give any sign of threat to any country, but it's just an Arab event, Arab military exercise, and you cannot go beyond that. It's just military exercise and not directed to any power in the region.
Right. We enter such military exercises, General, with a certain vision. Egypt has a certain vision, definitely, in combat.
I think that that has been planned a long time ago. When you're involved in any military action, so it based on our vision, it based on our decision, and not to allow anybody, to push us or to drag us or to implicate us in any conflict. We have our analysis system, we have our experts, we have our decision, to use our armed forces in carrying out mission inside or outside. And this not to be determined by any outsider, but by our commander, but by our leaders, by our people, So this is the first thing. The second thing, the operation should be conducted, in conformity with our evaluation to the situation. I mean, the part of our armed forces to be used in dealing with any threat. We are the part to determine this. Not anybody to push us to send some such tanks, such aircraft, such...
According to our
evaluation and assessment of the situation to determine the part of our armed forces to be used here or there.
Right. The challenges or the new warfare that is facing the Arab world today, definitely it's different from before.
Yes. It's irregular war. And we know very well that we are fighting a new enemy, which grew in a small